What's up guys? Welcome to another video. This is Charlie Lin. In today's video, I'm going to cover two topics. Why I stopped doing videos for crypto mining for such a long time and why I finally started mining in 2026. Okay, topic number one. Why I stopped doing videos for mining or why I rarely posted new videos since 2024. If you want to find out why, maybe you will have to watch DJ Mine's latest video. In his video, obviously, he was only doing that video because he owes some promotion ad for an ASIC reseller. And in his video, he kept explaining the reason why he exited the mining world is because he thinks mining is completely dead. And he thinks mining is like a scam. And very vividly, he said he doesn't want to milk his audience. In that perspective, I believe DJ is a really good guy and he has good conscience. In that perspective, that doesn't even count as an ad. People may actually cancel the idea of mining because of this video. I quite sympathize with DJ because I actually had the same feelings a lot earlier than him. And I have perhaps even more conscience than DJ because I stopped being active in the YouTube community for even longer time. Correct. I felt like mining is like a scam a lot earlier than him. The machine prices just kept dropping and dropping. There's never a real bottom. Great examples include miners for Cardano, Casper, and Lithium. As soon as I supplied one of the earliest KD6 Cardano miners to a client in Oman, the gold shell company was trying to sell me a new model KD5 Pro, which was at a similar hash rate and at a much better price. Out of responsibility, I told the client about it, and I felt like the client reacted like they made a huge mistake. He said, "Charlie, we just ordered KD6. Do you know what it is like? I just bought from you what you guys claim to be the most profitable miner, and I think that was a very rare miner that very few people can get. So if I get this miner, I will gain the absolute advantage in mining this cryptocurrency, but now you just launched an alternative model so quickly." Examples like this were a lot. With Casper too, the rug pull is even bigger. A client of mine in France ordered so many KS5 Pros for his client at early stages. But when the delivery date is coming near, the new prices for KS5 Pro keeps dropping and dropping. As a result, the client of my client didn't want to pay for the balance, and my own client is left with a pile of KS5 Pros. Unlike DJ Mines, who's just an influencer making money from running affiliates, giving shoutouts, as a seller, I have witnessed a lot more examples of my clients getting rug pulled. Back in 2024, I paid a visit to a client whom I first visited at the end of 2022. My client runs a big farm and he needs some miners to be repaired. So there was a Bitmain miner repair guy who used to be working in the traditional finance sector. He was telling us his very honest observation. He said he used to be really successful with mining Ethereum using GPUs, and he's looking into if he can start mining again using ASICs. But his conclusions were very negative. He said everyone seems to get something from it except the client. The manufacturers, distributors, the resellers, the farms, the repair businesses, everyone made money, but the only one who loses money is the client, the miner. So what's my conclusion here? My conclusion is to say mining like a scam is a very emotional statement, but at least we can say mining is too much of a gamble. Everything is like a gamble. All investments are a gamble to some extent. Cryptos, stocks, running businesses, even marriage is a gamble. But mining is just too much of a gamble. That's why I felt very bad for my clients and I felt very bad about making new videos about mining. Okay. Topic number two, why I finally started mining in 2026. To explain why I finally decided to mine, I may have to tell you why I never mined before. There are quite a few reasons. Reason number one is that I didn't have to mine because I have a very good ASIC business. I felt like mining is risky for me. When I could just make money by reselling the miners, why need I mine? I don't even need to stock miners. If the machine prices drop, I have nothing to lose. And that was the reason at early stages. I still believe the mining is great, but I just didn't need to mine because I had something better to do. But later, a bigger reason showed up, and this is exactly the same analysis I made a bit earlier. It is mining is just too much of a gamble. So I didn't mine because I didn't need to mine, and I found it's too much of a gamble. But why I finally decided to start mining in 2026? Isn't it a suicide operation? Isn't it counterintuitive? Well, I think maybe yes. Maybe I'm making a huge mistake, and I know for sure when my mentor watches my video, he will call me stupid. It's the mentor who introduced the Bitcoin to me, and it's from a lot earlier that he started to tell me he feels very surprised that there are still people who mine because he thinks mining is just too late and is too hard. Okay, let me just tell you why I still want to mine. Reason number one, I finally decided to mine because I want to start mining only when I feel like very few people want to keep mining. I remember from many years ago, a great friend of mine, here's to give shout out to mineshop.eu, Gunther Svitolings. I remember many years ago, it was 2018, Bitcoin had a big crash from nearly 20K. But he was encouraging me to mine because he thinks it's a great business. And it's exactly after the big crash that Gunther told me that very few people know we should mine when miners become cheaper, not when it's becoming more expensive. He's probably suggesting too that we should mine when there are very few people that does mining, not when there are too many people who mine. When very few people want to mine cryptocurrency, machine prices are cheaper and there are fewer competitors. I don't want to mine when the ASIC sellers are marking up the prices. I prefer to mine when ASIC sellers are giving me a big discount. It was back in September 2025, I believe. I was at an event organized by AlphaPax. I was trying to join a conversation with the AlphaPax owner and another big Chinese miner. When I told them I stopped doing videos for mining, they were telling me something quite inspiring. They told me I should do more videos, not fewer. Because those people who bought miners from me when machine prices were higher would never buy machines from me again because they lost so much money. Only when clients make money from mining will they keep doing business with me. And now, when mining becomes much harder, it's actually easier to make money than before. They encouraged me to make more videos so there will be more people benefiting from mining. They believe people will only make money at bad times, not at good times. Reason number two, I finally decided to mine because I have friends who keep mining, and just to help me, they have offered me a reasonable price for hosting. It's around within 7 to 8 cents. These days, I won't advise anyone to start mining unless you get similar costs as mine or even better rates than me. Before thinking about mining, think about where to mine and whom to mine with. For me, I mine with my friends. They support me and they offer me real help. And I'm really grateful to that. They seem to have spoken a lot of good things about mining and they seem to be very optimistic about mining. You are what your friends are. If you're surrounded by a bunch of people who only tell you mining is a scam, you will never mine, or you will quit mining very soon. And I have actually tried to use their help for setting up my mining project. Reason number three, I finally decided to mine because I want to come back to do videos for crypto mining. I really miss the days of making videos for mining. I made so many friends because of my YouTube channel, and I made good money because of my YouTube channel. In the past 2 years, I made so few videos and I feel like dead because it's only making videos that will make me feel living again. Making videos makes me feel alive. When I finally start mining by myself, I will have more content to share with you because I will tell you all about my mining project, what miners I use, how many miners I have, where I host them, how much I host them at, how much money I make from them. Before, I was only making videos about what miners are there to buy and what miners are there that are good or bad. But from this day, I will be put into the same shoes with real miners, with people who keep mining or with people who want to start mining. I know mining is looking dead, but it's not dead. And it will never die because Bitcoin transactions never die. As long as Bitcoin doesn't die, mining will never die. And there will always be people who are still mining. My new videos won't just be about what miners to buy, because these days there are just too many miners to buy. There are too many manufacturers, distributors, resellers, retailers, too many ASICs. and even too many solo miners. Back in November last year, I was at a local mining event in China called DMA. The founder of the event is a legend in China. So I was trying to get advice from him. I asked him, Mr. Xu, miner resale business is looking dead. What can I do about it? So he was telling me, there's no future for the pure ASIC resale business anymore. You have to sell deliveries of a full mining project. These days, we don't need too many miners. We just need places for mining. He was literally encouraging me to stay away from the resale mindset. Okay, maybe in the next video, I can tell you about my start with mining and how to find good hosting partners for mining. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you.